Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. My name is ItsAbeeyola. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your first time, welcome back. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about something that's quite dear to me. And yes, it's kind of like a reaction video about like little children with lace front or with wigs. Before we get into the video, a little bit of myself is I do videos on here teaching you how to do protective styling for yourself or for your little ones, and also children's natural hair care. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post new videos. Okay, so I came across this, it just popped up on my Instagram feed and I was like super taken, my jaw was on the floor when I saw this. I'm gonna play it for you right now.
I'm sorry, this has to be addressed. How did this become this? Become this? Become this?
So my first reaction was, why? Like, why do we feel, why did this parent feel the need to put this lace front wig on this child's hair? I understand if you go and read the comments, it says it was for a birthday, it was a happy birthday for the child, and the child was actually 5, so it's actually for a 5th birthday. If you go on there right now, you can't see the age because it's been edited, but the first time I saw this and I sent it to someone, it had it on there, happy 5th birthday. But yeah, so this child, this little girl here that you see is 5 years old. She already looks a bit older for her age. Maybe she's just a taller kind of child. But she already looks older, and the lace wig just makes her look like at least 10. I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I the crazy one here? Am I like stuck in the stone age that I think that this is just not quite right? Let me know in the comments what you think about wigs and lace fronts on children's hair. Okay, so again, I think this is not appropriate. I think this is not an appropriate style for a child. I don't think wigs belong on children's heads. The next question that I was asking myself was, okay, is this child suffering from hair loss, or is it that she just doesn't have, really nice hair or thick hair, or does she have alopecia? I don't know what it is. I don't know the basis of this child's hair, but I did go back onto this child's profile. Her profile is actually currently on private. I went to her mom's profile. Apparently her mom has got a business, and so she does wigs and all that good stuff. And she actually, I guess, used it on her child's hair. I'm going to post some pictures that I saw as well. So she's got pictures of the same child with another lace front with curly. She's taken this picture down, but she did have a picture of her 2-year-old girl with a lace frontal as well. And then this is a picture a year ago. So this is when she was probably 4 years old. Again, the age has been taken off. But if you go into a video that I saw, I don't know whose video it was, but it talks about mom faces backlash for 5-year-old lace front wig install. If you search for that video, she's got more details, and she's got the ages. She was able to capture those things, but they've taken it all down now and stuff, because of the backlash. But anyways, she finds it okay to put a wig on her 2-year-old child and her 5-year-old child and her 4-year-old child. I don't know. I'm not here to judge anyone's parenting skills. I'm just here to kind of say, are we thinking through what we're doing? If you're putting a lace front on your child's hair, a wig on your child's hair, it looks nothing like their natural hair. The texture is not the same. That's definitely not the texture she probably has. And then what are you telling to this child? What are you saying to this child? It almost feels like you're saying that you by yourself, your hair by itself is not enough. Because when it's a celebration, you need to cover that up and put a lace front in or a wig. And I'm just like, we need to think about what we're doing and the message that we're sending to our children. Because already in the black community, I feel like a lot of people aren't completely happy with how they look without any extras, without their hair being done, with their natural hair out. A lot of women, children aren't completely happy. And I think we need to start growing a generation of girls that will be fully confident in how they look, in the way their hair is. We are at the point, like Black Lives Matter. Let everything about us matter. Let us portray that, and there's like a massive movement in natural hair. So I don't understand why, we're seeing things like that popping up. And not only that, so I went and I started to dig a bit more, and I saw things like this as well. Braided wigs. I understand that it's kind of close to what you would do for your hair, but why are we not just using their natural hair? Like, why aren't we just using their own hair? If your child doesn't have a ton of hair, it's okay. Put a bow on it and keep on moving. It's okay to rock the hair in a natural state, in an afro state. It's okay. The hair does not have to be like down to your waist or down to your bottom for you to have good hair. Like, good hair is healthy hair. Like, I really think, and I'm really passionate about this, because I'm just like, we as parents, if you are, a parent and a Black girl, you need to really think about the message you're sending when you do certain hairstyles, because hair is such a big deal. I know it's like, yeah, it's just hair, but it is your identity. It's going to be that child's identity. Those of us who live like outside of, in the Western world or something, or you live in certain areas where it's predominantly Caucasians, and maybe your child is like the only brown skinned girl there or something, I think it's even more important to make sure that that child sees themselves as perfect as they are, and not have to try and conform to what they're seeing around them. Have to have straight hair, whether it's relaxing the hair or hot combing the hair for it to look like their friend's hair. No, let's try and see a way that we can push for them to just love themselves as they are. And that comes with allowing them to rock their hair as it is, their natural hair as it is. The next question that I ask is it that you don't think your child's hair is nice enough? Or is it that you don't know how to manage the hair? I don't know, like, what is going on? Why do you, and I'm going to ask you guys. I understand this is a very sensitive topic. And again, this is really this is like a no judgment, but it's just wanting people to, like, why are we ask yourself those questions. And if you're someone that you don't see any problem with it, let me know in the comments why that's your approach. And let me just know your comments. Am I just in La La Land, for example? What's going, like, am I speaking what you're thinking, or is this completely off? Let me know in the comments, please. I really want to hear from you guys, because this is something that I'm just like, what's going on? And then I saw this as well. I'm gonna put it up. I don't know if this is a joke. You know how TikTok has tons of jokes, so I'm not sure if it's like a joke or if this is like a real thing. A little wig thing, headband, hair thing for your baby. Like, are we serious, guys? Like, I was like, no, this is wrong. This is getting a bit unhealthy. This is getting super unhealthy. Even if at this age your child has zero hair, just allow it, leave it. Put a massive bow on their head and just keep on moving. Like, we don't need to put like things like this. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? It almost feels like we are at the point where we honestly don't quite love ourselves just as we are. Society is just so much glam, flashy and this and flashy and that. And I don't know if that's what it is. We are just, because in the Black community, with even just as influencers, you find that a lot of people follow influencers that have really full, really thick, really long hair, because that's just what they have, okay? And I'm not saying that, and I do believe that you can grow your hair very long, whatever it is. You can have a good, healthy head of hair. But you have to understand as well, naturally, you may have low density hair. Naturally, you may have medium density hair. Naturally, you may have high density hair. So depending on what you fall on the spectrum, is you just have to make the best of what you have. And it's okay when you're grown up to flat, like, I'm not even about not wearing lace front wigs or anything, but do it when you're older, when you're grown, when you're an adult, not for children. No matter how bad the hair is, like, trim it down. Trim it down and just let it have the afro and then just brush it out. Let's normalize having healthy hair that isn't very long. And also let's normalize having long, thick hair on little black girls. I went to a picnic the other day, and I'm going to post a picture of how my child's hair was styled. And, you know, we went there and she got a lot of, you know, eyes kind of looking. And they weren't only like, and this was like, you know, a predominantly black, we're all black actually, all black people there. And a lot of them were looking, not like, oh, she was dressed cutely, or they were mainly looking at the hair. Because hair is such a big deal in our community, right? And I remember like a mom and sister, a mom and daughter were looking over. I was like, oh, you know, we're just looking at your daughter's hair. Is it all hers? I was like, yeah, it's all hers. No extensions. She's like, no extensions. I'm like, no extensions. She's like, you know, and like kind of surprised. And I'm like, you know, I'm thankful, but also we need to kind of get to a point that this can be our norm. We can grow healthy hair. We just have to follow certain things to do that. But that's something for another video. I want to hear from you guys, and I want you guys to tell me what you're thinking, what you feel about these like wigs on children, toddlers, and things like that. I personally, I do feel strongly about allowing children to be children, not adding anything, to at least 5. Ideally even longer than that, but at least 5. When they're going to maybe kindergarten, maybe that's when you can introduce hair extensions for the first time, if you really have to. But I really want parents to understand that when you start early, you fall into this point where, or this place where you get used to how your child looks with hair extensions. And if you're not careful, you will start to reflect on the child that your hair is only nice and your hair is only done, or your hair is only neat when it has hair extensions. And when your natural hair is out, it doesn't quite look kept, or it doesn't quite look as nice. And that is my personal that's what I have a problem with. It's just you not loving that natural state as is. You know, that's what I'm just like, you know, let's make sure we are not falling into that. And if you're in that position where you're like, well, I don't know what to do with my child's hair, it's just easier for me to do this, there's so many resources out there. There are many resources to teach you like the basis of how to manage natural hair. It doesn't have to be that complicated. It really doesn't. It can be quite simple to maintain it. Yes, it will take some time. With anything in life, for you to get this great result, you're going to have to put it in time. So yes, maybe 2 hours out of your week, you are focused on your child's hair. Yes, it may be up to 2 hours, but you can just have it one time and then you're not doing it for the next week. So that's it for me on this topic. I'm sure I stepped on some toes. I know it's their children, let them do what they want to do, their parenting skills. I get all of that. I completely get it. But just wanted to kind of share my thoughts and make you guys kind of think if that's something that, if maybe you've been struggling, like, do I want to go this route or not? You know, my child is 3 and I'm thinking of doing, you know, putting some hair extensions or texturize it. I honestly think you don't need to do all of that. I really don't think you need to do that. If you've got questions, if you need help or tips, let me know in the comments. I will make sure to create more and more videos on just childcare, child hair care, kids hair care, natural hair care. And that's what I really want to kind of devote this next couple of months doing. Just sharing with you what we're doing at home. I keep it super simple, very, very simple. Well, in my mind, I think it's simple, but yeah, I'll share some more things with you guys. All right, so to my next video, I'll see you later. Bye.